Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over the Bucs vs. Packers game, and we're just going to be analyzing the game and what it means. Before we get started, please drop a quick like and a sub on today's video. I really would appreciate that. And with that said, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's dive right into it. So, huge win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Really big win for them, obviously. Makes them go to the Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady getting the job done. And you're going to play the Super Bowl at home in 2 weeks. It's just absolutely fantastic. But let's talk about the game. So the number one thing I want to talk about is how the Bucs got it done, even though Brady's awareness in that second half was just not there. I mean, he had 3 interceptions in that second half. Looked like he was trying to force balls into places where he just shouldn't have. And it just did not look pretty from him. But at the end of the day, it's Tom Brady. He got the job done. He picked up the first downs that he needed to. He threw the ball into an area where his receiver could get it, and Kevin King ended up getting that pass interference call. He knew what he had to do at the end of the game, and he got it done. And I mean, it all started from that first half. They got off running. They got to a fast start. And that's because, I mean, they used the run game early. That worked well with Leonard Fournette. He finished the game with just shy of 60 yards and a touchdown. And I mean, it was all about that first drive. It was a momentum setter. Mike Evans with a touchdown catch. They did a really good job. And then, I mean, Brady throwing the deep ball in that first half was just on point. He was throwing the deep ball, spraying the ball around, really looking good. And you know what? The offense was good. That first half offense really carried the Bucs into the game and let them basically win the game at the end. And then, I mean, defensively, they were really, really good at pressuring Aaron Rodgers. They were so annoying in pursuing and pressuring Aaron Rodgers. And that goes down to guys like JPP and Shaq Barrett, who were just so annoying on the defensive ends today. I mean, they were able to get around the tackles. I mean, Ricky Wagner and Billy Turner just had a rough day trying to stop Shaq Barrett and JPP. They just ran circles around the tackles. And they did a fantastic job really pressuring Aaron Rodgers into bad throws, hurried throws. He just did not have that success that he had all year because, you know, the Bucs were able to pressure him. And that's what they did in that first game against the Packers. I mean, the reason they won that game 37-10 or something was because the Bucs were able to pressure a guy like Aaron Rodgers into some really bad throws, and he couldn't get the job done. And that was what happened when Aaron Rodgers struggled today. The Bucs were super good and super physical at getting pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and that really worked well for them. I mean, they were aggressive. They were converting on third downs. That was another big thing that they did in the first half that really, led to their success at the end of the game. Converting on third downs, they were bringing the pressure off the edge. Devin White and Davante David looked fantastic at the linebacker positions. And then, I mean, Murphy Bunting had that huge interception at the end of that second quarter that set up that Tom Brady touchdown. And I mean, that play right there, that sequence, those last minutes of that second quarter in that first half was really what allowed the Bucs to win this game. I mean, Brady taking a shot to Scotty Miller pretty much ended the game, and I mean, that was fantastic from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, exactly what they needed in that regard. And I mean, it's going to be fantastic for them going to the Super Bowl at their home stadium. That's going to be the first time in NFL history. It's going to be exciting to watch. And you know, Tom Brady pursuing his 7th ring, 10th Super Bowl appearance, crazy stats. But next week, they got to take up that offensive success. They got to bring into that offensive success, continue throwing the deep ball effectively. They got to run the ball effectively. They just got to be a physical team like they were in Green Bay. And that's how they're going to get the job done against the Chiefs or the Bills. And then they need to keep up the defensive feistiness. We've seen it throughout the postseason. Their ability to get pressure on opposing quarterbacks, if in today's game with Shaq Barrett, and JPP, or their just ability to be physical on opposing wide receivers and tight ends. I mean, if we've seen what Davante David has done, what we've seen Devin White has done, Murphy Bunting with that big interception. I mean, overall, they've been very feisty on opposing wide receivers and tight ends and defenders. And you know what? That's huge. They need to continue that. And then for the Packers, it's really a shame, if I had to be honest. Obviously, there's the big decision where they ended up kicking a field goal at the end of the game, thinking that maybe they'd get the ball back. That didn't work out. I think they should have gone for it on that 4th down. Matt LaFleur will definitely be asked about that. But basically, the idea was that, you get within 5 points now, and then if you get a stop and you get a score, you win the game. You don't need to go for 2. And overall, also, I mean, it's like, just at the end of the game, like, it just didn't work. It looked like the Packers had momentum at the end with Aaron Rodgers throwing consecutive touchdown passes, and then the offense just stalled in that fourth quarter, and I think the Bucs defense just tightened it up. They just, they made it a little bit harder for them to do stuff, and at the end of the day, that's how they won the game. That's how the Bucs won the game. And I mean, it was all because the offensive line for the Green Bay Packers was just not good enough in protecting Aaron Rodgers. Pressure was on Rodgers all day long. I mean, JPP, Shaq Barrett, they were able to get to him, and that really just, caught the Packers offense off guard. And then when Rodgers got the ball out quickly, the offense looked good, but I mean, the tempo that the Packers had in the third quarter is what brought them back into the game. And then we'll talk about their defense in a second. But the tempo and the good things that they did in that third quarter is what got them into the game. But I mean, at the end of the day, they just couldn't really, there wasn't really a run game for them to lean on. Aaron Jones was injured. Although Williams did look okay, and AJ Dillon looked okay at times, it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough at the end of the day. I mean, it was all because of the first quarter and the first half. I mean, their defense from the first half to the second half was a big difference. In the first half, they couldn't get off the field on third downs. It was that simple. They couldn't get off the field on third downs. And in the second half, they were able to get interceptions and get big turnovers on guys like Tom Brady. I mean, Adrian Amos had an interception. A guy like Jaire Alexander had 2 interceptions. They were very feisty on the defensive end, but they couldn't provide a full 60-minute effort. And at the end of the day, because they couldn't provide a full 60-minute effort, they couldn't win this game. It's that simple. Okay, next season's going to be huge for them. They've got Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be back, and he's going to be playing like he did this season. I mean, he might not be at the same level, but he's going to be good. You need to surround him with more weapons, give him more wide receivers to use. Obviously, after a guy like Davante Adams and Robert Tonyan, Rodgers, I mean, MVS was good today. Allen Lazard dropped a 2-point conversion. There's more to be desired from this Packers offense. I think that they can do a lot. But with that said, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? What were your takeaways from today's game? And with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like and a sub. I'd really appreciate that. It would help my channel grow. And until next time, see ya.